Husbands in the room,
you.
husbands in the room, those who are married, husbands in the room, if you could help your wife have that time to be herself, by herself, to have calm music playing in the morning, she gets to do her thing with her hair and make it all look wild and weird, and then it all turns out good. You know how it all happens? And we're just kind of like, the stages are fascinating. But we don't want them to rush out of the bathroom. We want them to take care of themselves. If they need to take a soak in the tub at nighttime or in the morning, you help them go there, because I'll tell you, one of the smartest things I've done as a husband is activate her feminine energy at the highest level possible, because that energy pulls the great things of life to the home. Then when I leave the home to go find things to take care of the family, it's like at the front doorstep. Because her feminine energy is drawing things to the home. It has made my life so much easier. But if she's in masculine energy, then we both have to go out and chase things. And it's hard to get them because we're both chasing. But if she's in feminine energy, drawing it, and then I do the hunting, the chasing, it's right there. It made my life so much easier to figure out the energy of things. Yeah. She's here to draw it. I'm to go out, gather it, and bring it back. And that is the beauty of a marriage, is to play your roles so that they work together. Not both of you be masculine trying to go out and work really hard to make that happen. Did that help anybody in the room?
Thank you. It was awesome.
So I want Kim to be in feminine energy. If she goes, I think I want to buy a pink dress, it's like, I will get it for you. She goes, if I want to go do my nails, I'm like, I'll drive you there. And at the end of the day, I have 3 boys, and I've trained my 3 boys. At the end of the day, you tuck your mom in with her big cozy blankets. You bring her food. You get her little grapes, and we care for mom.
Oh, your little grapes.
And they all know where the blankies go. They all know where everything's at. And all of us boys, we nurture that feminine energy because we know mommy draws stuff to the home that's awesome. Okay. So we keep her active in her feminine energy. It's a smart thing to do inside the home. Okay. Did that help?
Oh, you don't even know. I came to Master Your Influence, and it was an absolutely life-altering experience. And I loved that I walked away with the realization that change can be lasting. Lasting. It's about application. And I went home realizing it didn't have to be 3 days of, oh, that felt so good, and now I feel a little glowy for a couple more days, and that was fine, and my notes are tucked away. I realized I came home. I mean, I bought green tape on the drive home. I was like, we're doing awesome. This. And it's about lasting change. I'm so grateful for the tools. This has been my question I've had since then. I need to get into my feminine energy. How do I get back in my feminine energy?
Starting the day, taking care of yourself. Now, I got one thing, and then I'll be quiet, and you can go. I know, it's your turn. Hold on. I got one more. If I come home and Kim is in this driven state, and she's like taking care of the kids.
Which only happens a few times a week, right, Kirk?
So see, I come home and she's like, kids, this, that, whatever. Instead of me going, oh, she's got it, I can go do whatever. She's not in her feminine energy, and the home is it's gonna cost us something. Yeah. And so I know I gotta get her out of that. So I don't just look at her and go, oh, I'm so glad she's got control of everything so I can just go clean the garage. What I got to do is I got to look at her and just go, I got to get her out of that role. So I step into whatever's going on and going, okay, what's going on? What's happening? Well, okay, Caden needs this. I'm like, okay, let's do this. And I jump in, take over.
I love that.
When I become driven, she can let go and go back to feminine energy.
Yes.
And now her home is back in balance.
That sounds amazing. Men, that's a good tip.
Men,
I was going to say, take notes. That sounds, the relief, and it sounds like it would be instantaneous.
Okay, so I got 2 more. Okay, hold on. I love this stuff. Okay, but check this out. It doesn't mean I have to know what I'm doing.
Right.
All I got to do is show up.
I agree.
Okay, what's going on?
That.
And then she stands right behind me going, yeah, Caden needs to do this. Okay, Caden, you need to do that.
I love it. Yes.
And she just stands behind me and puppets me the whole time. But I'm up front and she's loving it. Because I'm using my masculine energy to move stuff.
It sounds perfect. And it's just an easy tool. You don't have to be perfect at it. Exactly, just being present. I love that.
It matters. This is one of those tough topics to have with somebody just standing on the sidewalk talking about masculine and feminine energy and the value of what you're doing. You're putting your home into balance so that feminine energy is drawing things to you, and masculine energy is gathering and collecting things. But that's how it's supposed to work. That's the balance in marriage between the two powers. Marriage is to bring the two powers together. Yeah. That's what marriage is bring the two powers together so that those two individuals can have both sides of life.
Absolutely.
You know, so it's like bring these together. And so when Kim's in that mode, I know, because my habit used to be, she's got it, she's strong, she'll take care of those kids. And she would. And then she'd be miserable during that night, that week, and then I'm paying the price. You don't know what I mean? Okay, so I know I step in, what's going on? And she's whispering behind me or writing me notes or, or doing stuff. I then just do whatever she tells me to do. And I could be totally clueless, but I'm doing my part by bringing the masculine energy in, and she's giving me the heads up, what's going on, and then I distribute everything that's going on. She goes back into her feminine energy, and then I look sexy.
Yeah.
Because the man her husband on the white horse walked in and took over, and he didn't have to know squat.
Right. And it doesn't feel like I'm still in control because I'm going, here's what's going on.
No.
Because I'm not taking the lead on it.
But men get in their head this ego, well, I'm not going to get involved unless I know everything. To save my marriage and build an incredible company and help people all over the world, I finally went, I am mostly clueless about what she knows, but I need to play the front person. If I play the front person, then she really likes me. Yeah. And it's scrumptious, yummy energy. Because every time I do that, she'll go, I'm really glad you came here and everything. I'm like, you really like that? And she goes, yeah. And then we're back to balance. Yeah. I got to step in and bring balance to the home by stepping into it. Even if I don't know what's going on, turn to my wife and ask what needs to be said. Then I take the leadership and say what needs to be said. That help anybody? Yeah.